Very good evening. It's 6:30 here in Les Sables d'Olonne. Welcome to our Vendée Flash, our final update of the evening. The good news is that Fabrice Amadeo has repaired the crack at the top of his mast and he's heading off out the channel this evening. He should be on the 10:15 tide. He'll leave the Cardinal North South mark to starboard and his start will be approved by the race director. So good news for Fabrice Amadeo. He had that problem with, that's the hook that we've just seen being repaired. And he's had some fabrication, some composite repair to the top of the mast where there's a hairline crack in the sheave exit. And he had a composite specialist up the mast today. And all things are now looking good for Fabrice Amadeo, who said he didn't really feel like he'd started the race, so he's not feeling like he's restarting. This is going to be a new start for Fabrice Amadeo. Also, Arnaud Boissier, the local Les Sables d'Olonne hero, he has good news for him. He had a problem with his hook on his Jenniker yesterday afternoon. He climbed the mast this afternoon and has unsnagged the hook, and he is in good shape going into this evening. And the extreme sports division of the Le Vendée Globe, when Damien Seguin, the skipper of Apicil, he had a little bit of an unusual adventure. He was swimming this morning to remove a fishing net from his keel, and he's in good shape and near the top of the fleet. Damien Seguin said being at the lead yesterday was a little bit of a surprise for him. He didn't know that taking the southern option would position him quite as well. And it's been nice for him to be so close to the Galician coastline. He's seen Jean Le Cam twice. He crossed paths yesterday and today. He said it's been great. Of course, these two practiced together in the early part of the year, spent quite a lot of time preparing for the race, and it's nice to be crossing paths out on the water just now. He said he feels fine after the dive this morning. He's dry, he's going to get some food and a nap, and is going to get ready for the storm tonight. He said there's been a pretty intensive start to the race, lots of manoeuvres. You do have to take care, and Damien said it's not here you win the race, but it's very possible to lose the race at this point. So that's Damien Seguin. Meantime, Boris Herrmann, our German entry in the Vendée Globe on Sea Explorer de Yacht Club de Monaco, he's in good shape.
Time for a rest. I took a reef, I changed to the J3, cleaned the cockpit, had lunch, a video call. So since 11 or whatever, 10, I was just busy, since 9. Time flies by so quickly. We could go much faster at the moment. We have 24 knots of breeze. I think we could go 27 knots, 26 knots of boat speed, by cracking off a little bit. But the waves are pretty much from the bow, so I prefer to keep it around 15 and a half knots, 15, 16 knots. So on this note, I will go in the bunk and I think everything is fine. It's quite bumpy ride, but it's actually better to be a bit faster. I tried 14 knots, but that's much more bouncy because the foil doesn't push quite as much. Here we go.
Well, Boris Herrmann then really enjoying this race so far. Not quite sure will he enjoy tonight's storm. 40 knots round about midnight or just after midnight, but he's well prepared and in good shape on Sea Explorer Yacht Club de Monaco. So let's look at the classements at the moment. The 6 o'clock rankings, Benjamin Dutreux at the top of the table. Second is Maxime Sorel, 1.6 miles or 1.2 miles behind. Jean Le Cam still up there. Yes, we can at 4.5 miles behind the leader. Then down in 7th, Jeremy Bayou, the best of the fast foilers in 7th. Charlie Dallin in Apiva in 8th. Kevin Escoffier in 9th. Down in 12th, Sam Davis on Initiative's Curves, the best of the internationals just now. And Didac Costa then, One Planet, One Ocean, up there in 13th, but well down in the south. Alex Thompson in 17th just now. He's 63 miles behind the leader, but he's in very good shape. I spoke with his team and they said everything is tickety-boo on board. And the boats which went furthest to the south, and we've got Thomas Riong, 23rd, We went west earliest, 23rd, Thomas Ruyong, for example, and down a little bit further down, Louis Burton also was one of the first to tack west. So how will things play out? It's going to be a couple of days for sure before the different courses converge. A little bit safer down the Spanish coast, a little bit faster after they get through this low pressure. Join us again tomorrow at 12:30 UTC. Our special guest is Francois Gabard and Jacques Carrès, the race director. We'll see you then.